Them by Miss Angela Spade. Old Glory in the flag stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
Down here.
Again, we get this party started. We get the candles lit, and we appreciate your patience, race fans, in advance as we iron a few kinks out here. But the drivers have done their part. They packed the pit area. And Josh Greenwald, the 2018 RaceOnTexas.com Breakout Driver of the Year, going to smash the throttle and get us underway off of 4. We're underway and on demand on RaceOnTexas.com, the official video provider, every thrill and spill and every burn and turn each and every Friday night here on demand. As they hustle off of 2 and down the back straightaway with their sights set on turn number 3 on the opening circuit. Here comes Tuggle. He'll look at the dispose of the 00 for second as they roll through 3 and 4. Myers relegated back to 4th on the opening lap. Not the start that Walt Adams was looking for. Looks like he got hung out of the draft at Daytona. Walt Adams going backwards, slid. Yeah, that's not too. So down the back straightaway, Josh Greenwald going to hold on to the race lead. Now on his 3rd full season of the Factory Stock Class, and boy, this racetrack is slick right now. It's smooth and slick as satin. As Shirley gonna knock on the back door to the number 27, and 27 slams the door shut. Greenwald says, "Nope, sit down, take a seat." As they roll through 3 and 4, this time it'll be 3 scored with 5 laps remaining in this 8-lap affair. In heat race number 1, as Shirley just about smoked the wall, was able to corral the 00 car. Shirley's able to corral it as Cody Myers going to look to take advantage. He'll dive bomb the 55 car down to his inside, can't get the job done. So little John Tuggle sidesteps the 00. He goes to the bridesmaids honors in 8. Out front on his lonesome, about a 5 car length advantage off of 4 with 4. Well, next time it'll be 4 and 4 laps to go. Oh, we're running 10. So 10 laps the distance in heat race action here tonight. As last Friday night, of course, the Conroe, Texas racer, it was Dalton Faulkner, the driver of the KMO Racing number 27, who topped the field of 32 factory stocks here at the speed plant. So 5 in, 5 laps to go, and Josh Greenwald trying to get himself a front row bid for tonight's main event. Could tonight be the night for the young man out of Greenwood, Louisiana, to pilot that number 27 laser race car to victory lane. Looking good tonight. He just needs to be smooth from here and make no mistakes, as he's got his competitors in his hip pocket right now as little John Tuggle continues to go to work. So the white flag out for Greenwood, Louisiana's Josh Greenwald. Tonight could possibly be the night Then he calls that entry to victory lane. He'll have a front row bid in that laser race car built by Glenn Perry for the final time with a straightaway advantage. And he'll roll to the checkered flag comfortably and receive a face full of it from Larry Horn. Josh Greenwald scores the victory. And heat race number 1 presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Little John Tuggle with a respectable second by his good friend and teammate Cody Myers have come home third. So your unofficial top 4 in heat race number 1. To the 7-time Cajun Classic winner, Justin Whitehead. I'll get the full field when they come back to me when I can see them. That's Justin Whitehead in 36J, the 7-time Cajun Classic winner. As we pull the belts tight and drop the hammer one more time, heat race number 2 is underway. And I keep your eyes. Here comes Bubba Jones on the start, but they're not going to like it. They'll pull it back. Louisiana's Bubba Jones, the 2-time champ here. Former Fall Southern Showdown winner as well. Luke Graves in the Ford Power number 535, the former mini stock ace. So 8 cars ready to go 10 laps of distance in heat race number 2 here at the ShowTime Speedway on demand on RaceOnTexas.com as they hustle off into 1. They'll go door to door off the exit of turn number 2. Bubba Jones going to diamond from the high side down to the middle lane and get a big bite down the back straightaway. Bubba Jones quickly disposes of his good friend from hooks of Justin Whitehead. Whitehead, I'm surprised we didn't rain out tonight, Jeremy Dillard. Every time Whitehead tries to get down here to compete at this racetrack, old Mother Nature doesn't shine too pretty, so say the least. Right now, Whitehead going to work. He punches the time clock. He'll bring his stamps and he'll send it into turn number 3. White getting hung out the dry on the outside. Whitehead putting pressure on 21 and Cody White looser than the 3-legged dog on an icy lake. As Steve Bogus out front marching to the beat of his own drum, but will get a caution.
Bangers in the factory stalls. They put on the best race, man. That 19 passed that guy on the white flag all the way around. Check. Oh, here it is.
Whitehead just slid way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. He lost 2 wholesale positions down the back straightaway. And he'll try to go 3 wide. He's never scared. And off of turn number 4, Bubba Jones putting the heat on Shirley now for the race lead. I'm telling you, this racetrack right now is slicker than spit on a doorknob. Down the back straightaway. Shirley goes for the wild scenic route. Oh my goodness. Hold on to that bad boy. So Bubba Jones from row number 4 outside to the lead in car number 21. I would have to say that this is interesting. It doesn't look dry from my vantage point. I mean, whatsoever. I mean, obviously, we'll probably see it take a little bit more rubber throughout the night and get a little bit more black out there. But this early in the night at Manny, I've never seen this place look so tough to tame. It looks tough to tame right now, that's for sure. As rolling off of turn number 4, Luke Graves now in hot pursuit of the number 21. Boy, did these two have some good shows down at Liesel 171 Speedway a couple of years ago. And the caution flag will wave with just a few laps remaining here in heat race number 2 of the night for the factory stocks.
Said they weren't going to go back. 2 years in a row, and I don't know. Why would they come back, I wonder? Come on, my head.
Back underway into turn number 1 and heading off of 2 down the back straightaway. The 21 of Bubba Jones going to jump out again. As the 33 going to look to take prisoners here and roll to the inside for second. So Bubba Jones out front with the lead right now. Here comes Whitehead in 36J. Whitehead in 36J going to punch the time clock. He'll saw on the wheel and he'll go to work. He'll roll to the middle lane of the ShowTime Speedway this time off of turn number 4 with 2 laps to go. Shown by flagman Larry Horn. Whitehead going to go to second down the back straightaway off the exit of 2 and then approaching turn number 3.
Where'd he go? Come on.
In a dominant performance down the back straightaway, he rolls through 3. This time, and off of turn number 4, he'll hold back 36J from the 4th row. Provençal, Louisiana to the victory lane. Bubba Jones in 21. He'll sit on the outside front row alongside Greenwald here tonight.
It's always in August. It shouldn't rain in August.
You have a copy? Austin, copy. Austin, do you copy me? It's a good. We appreciate all you folks who may be tuning in on Race on Texas, but hey, we're worried about these folks in the grandstands tonight. We typically don't ever have any sound difficulties, but you know, iron out a few kinks here. We appreciate you folks' patience in advance. If you may be able to hear down turn 4. Matter of fact, the ladies that I was talking to in turn 4, Whitney, Lockie, Sarah Whitehead, y'all let me know if y'all can hear down there now. So as we continue to wage war in heat race number 4 for the factory stocks tonight here at ShowTime Speedway in Manny, Louisiana. Manny, Louisiana's Todd Frater, the former limited modified driver of the 04 machine. Off before in the number 8 car tonight. He'll rolling, tucked down to the low side of the speedway, down by the skidder tires, wash up off his exit, but keeping the momentum underneath that number 8 machine will hold on to the race lead and hold back the advances of Jake Gentry in the number 55. So the son of Brad Gentry, the Gentry trucking number 55, the former Southern Outlaw Wing 600 ace. This young man puts his fire suit on one leg at a time, but he gets it pretty honest. The best battle right now back here for 4th as well. It's a good one between the Ward Shocks by K. Dillard Racing, digging for the number 100. Brian Cook from Florine, Louisiana. Down the front boulevard they go into 1. Travis Bowden relegated to 5th. As Turner having a pretty good run. Coming in hot. You couldn't have slid the Holy Spirit between the rear bumper of Gentry's 55 and the front bumper of the 35. So Hurricane Kane Pollen out of West Monroe, Louisiana, going to jump out to the race lead here. Apologize again, folks, for your patience in advance, or thank you for your patience, and ask you for your patience here. I don't usually like to apologize for sound equipment and stuff like that, but it is technology, and the thing, it does happen from time to time. You never know what kind of cards you'll be dealt. Copy. So Kane Pollen out front with the lead. Thumbs up, Austin. Austin, you can hear me right now? Okay. This thing is really driving me banana sandwiches. So Kane Pollen out with the race lead right now, being stalked and hawked right now into 3 and 4. It looks like the 49 car, the New Waverly, Texas of Ryan Slott. Haven't seen a roster yet, but we'll take a stab at the driver who was at South Texas Speedway last weekend, all the way down to Corpus Christi for the inaugural Jerry Whitaker Memorial. Going to stalk and hunt the tire tracks of Kane Pollen, the Hurricane out of West Monroe, Louisiana. The reigning track champion, the number 11S of Neil Standifer, and the JRP Products Ingles Racing Performance number 11S off the 4 down the boulevard and to turn number 1. The Jesse Standifer attorney at law sponsor number 11 stalks the tire tracks of the tilt tanks of the 2 competitors that nearly go door to door for the race lead into 3 and 4. 11 says bye-bye. Maybe he thought... Oh, my. Yeah. '91 Team 91 Racecraft entry. Dylan Spear, the 2017 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner at the Boot Hill Speedway. He starts shotgun at 22 Magnum, then firing a lot of bullets. No blanks for 22 Mag. He'll take the Buck Russell Motorsports entry in the 1 and 2, the place where he won his first ever race in the factory stock class back in June of 2012, or 14 rather. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Mark Underwood Jr. out of Ruston, Louisiana, 2-time winner at the Hill last season. He'll take the Team Loud Pedal Motorsports Superior Race Graphics number 99 down to the inside. He'll open up the door for Lady to squeeze by to go to second. Into turn number 3. Dylan Spear now in hot pursuit. He'll punch the time clock, go to work, and give him a shot in the short stair to the middle lane to 3 and 4. Dylan Spear marching from tail to 4th in the 1. Again, we appreciate you folks' patience in advance. Had a few technical sound difficulties that it happens. Dylan Spear's got a big run off the exit of turn number 2. He just shot out of a cannon. Dylan Spear, 22 Magnum, living up to the moniker. He'll fire another bullet off the 4. No blanks for 22 Mag tonight. Here at the smoothest place to race at ShowTime Speedway. He'll set his sights on the red deck lid of the 90 of the veteran racer. I'm sorry, the 11 of Troy Keith now, as Leedy relegated to 3rd with Jonesboro, Louisiana's Mark Underwood Jr. He'll fight to the inside. The racing is actually pretty good right now. Into 1. Dylan Spear drove all the way from Marshall, and he went ahead and sealed the envelope. He'll bring his stamps, and he'll send it into 3 and 4 one more time with his crosshairs dialed. Down the hub of the racetrack here in Manning, Louisiana, to the inside for the race lead. Down the boulevard by about half a car length. If it works out in the same manner this time, it should be about a half a cat's whisker. We'll see what happens this time down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tick-tock goes the racing clock. Center of the hourglass is starting to tick away for Mark Underwood if he wants to throw his hat into the ring and become a player. Dylan Spear from Marshall rolling the inside, and he'll take the race lead at 22. The 2017 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner at the oldest dirt oval in the state of Louisiana since 1973 at Boot Hill. As Dylan Spear, who began his racing career back in 2012 when his first ever race here in June of 2014, rolls off of turn number 4 out front with the lead. And the Ingles Racing Performance chassis GTS powered number 22. With the book Rawson Motorsports, Texas Fire and Safety, along the outside of that number 22 car, a beautiful wrap for him in 2019. Troy Keith, the former Mini Stock ace and former open wheel modified driver, making his return back to the cockpit, looking very strong tonight and a respectable showing here at Manny. To the inside for second, Ben Mark Underwood Jr. Into 3 and 4. Phenomenal race for second. As Dylan Spear will throw the keys on the counter, he'll check out. He'll get the victory. And at the line, the 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. will steal the second spot away and grab the bridesmaids honors. Well, race fans, not sure what more you want. hear me? No, you don't. Everything's turned off. Brian Cook leading the B main here in Manning. I'm going to do the lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've tuned in on raceontexas.com, we appreciate your patience in advance. Been a few sound technical difficulties tonight, but nonetheless, we're going to power through here for the main events tonight here at the ShowTime Speedway on a Friday night special. On the front row tonight, he'll be the driver of the Western Flyer race car. PTS Racing in power number 98 out of West Monroe, Louisiana, and the Curtis Allen built Western Flyer chassis. It's Jody Davidson in 90. Outside also from West Monroe, it's Kane Pollitt in 23P. Inside of 2, the Ingles Racing Performance number 22, Buck Rossum Motorsports entry of Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas. So we pull them tight. A full field of limited modifieds here at ShowTime Speedway. Week number 2 of the 2019 season is underway. And Jody D's going to lead him down to the point for the front row tonight into 1. They'll hustle him into 1 and 2. Pollitt going to get the nose up ahead of the 22 Magnum. He fires a bullet down to his inside. Comes up blank. Down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. To lead the opening circuit tonight. Here comes Dylan Spear. Spear going to shoot down to the inside of Kane Pollitt for a second. And he'll take the spot away. Dylan Spear quickly disposes of the 23P of the West Monroe native Pollitt, who is now in the clutches of the Karen Crow Louisiana racer of Kevin DuPont, the 2012 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner and the multi-time Louisiana State champ at the Baton Rouge Raceway down in Baker, Louisiana. And now you've got the Western Flyer out front, the hot commodity of the 2018 season around the Arkansas Texas limited modified racing action. And right now it's Jody Davidson, who won 3 times a year ago at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana. Dylan Spear, a 2-time winner a year ago at the Hill. He'll roll off the 4. Right here back at the place that he won his first ever race back in 2014. Down the front boulevard into turn number 1. You got a dandy brewing early on here. Rolling down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Putting the heat on for the race leads. The 2017 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner Dylan Spear from Marshall. As Jody Davidson out of West Monroe out front with the lead right now. As we're just looking in a rare occurrence here on raceontexas.com right here from my cell phone. As we got a dandy brewing here tonight in Manning, Louisiana at the ShowTime Speedway, where it's more than a show. Karen Crow, Louisiana's Kevin DuPont going to go way up top for Grandpa Keeps the Good Bourbon. And the number 3, Jay. He'll head down the back straightaway with a sight set on the rear deck lid of the number 22 of the Ingles Racing Performance chassis of Dylan Spear from Marshall. Spear making his first start here in 2019 tonight. As Jody Davidson, both of these drivers with a pair of victories at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana a season ago. As they hustle off the 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Dylan Spear. He'll pull all the way back to the spoiler of the 90 and show him the nose in the 3 and 4. Davidson, though, smooth as satin right off the exit of the corner 4 and down the boulevard back into turn number 1. So we were down in South Texas in Corpus Christi last weekend. We saw downtown Chris Brown from Spring, Texas go to victory lane in limited modified action for a total of $10,900. And tonight, here in Central Louisiana on raceontexas.com in a rare live occurrence. Battled some technical sound difficulties all night, and the race fans haven't necessarily been over here all night, and well, just felt like I had to do something a little bit to make it up to them, I'm not sure. Anyway, so off of 4, it'll be halfway in, shown by veteran flagman Larry Horn. As we get a good look at the field here, off of 4 as they head back off of the 1. As we look at the 3 cars breaking away from the field here, off of 2. Look at the run DuPont gets. He'll try to roll to the center lane of the ShowTime Speedway this time, and he gets the run. He'll try to check the throttle and roll back to the inside of the 22 Magnum of Spear. Dylan Spear, the Buck Rossum Motorsports Ingles Racing Performance chassis built by Jason Ingles out of Longview, Texas. A ball of that time for Spear is going to open up the door. Here comes Kevin DuPont. DuPont going to try to take away second lap traffic up in front by about 6 car lengths. Davidson fastly approaching, but he's working the wheel well tonight. And that Curtis Allen Western Flyer built chassis into 1. It's a three-way takeaway for the lead right now here at Showtime. And a phenomenal racetrack. Jeremy Dillard prepared here on another dirt track Friday night, second event of the 2019 season. And I've got to get on point. Into turn number one. Look, hey, there's my cameraman right there. That's where the good stuff in Race on Texas goes. So this is a rare occurrence, but nonetheless, can Kevin DuPont, the 2012 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner of the Boot Hill Speedway, he's won quite a few down at the Baker over at Baton Rouge Raceway, and he's pulling down into one with a lap traffic up ahead. Davidson still leads. On demand on RaceOnTexas.com and live on the Race on Texas Facebook page for the first time ever off of turn number 4. Will DuPont steal one away? The former owner of the Dark Horse Racing Shock Package just sold that program or handed it off to Robbie Crabtree in the offseason. Here comes DuPont, meticulously chipping away at the race lead. As off of turn number 4, DuPont is there. He smells blood in the water. He'll be the shark here in the 1. Lap traffic going to play a major factor here. DuPont slid way up top that time and skids the wall. Sparks flying, and Kevin DuPont is done. Stick of fork, and Kevin DuPont went way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. Whew. And just before it went live, 4 laps remain in a shootout at Showtime. It's Jody D on the throttle. Gets us back underway off of turn number 4. And into 1. Will Dylan Spears still one away. They're 3 wide mid-pack. It's heating up. Uh-oh. Bob Kellogg just rolled up into the cockpit. Looks like the 28 car of Ewan, as Spear was taking a stab here for the race lead, but the caution will come out. We'll go back to the last completed lap. Opponents, Integra Racing Shocks, number 90, J&J Motorsports Western Flyer chassis with a PTS power plant built by Macklemore underneath the hood. He'll rocket off the exit of corner number 4 and get us back underway, and the party's back started. With just 4 laps remaining here at ShowTime Speedway, where it's more than a show. Into turn number 1. Oh boy, Dylan Spear got a little cattywampus off the exit, and Kane Collins going to take advantage. And like Luke Combs says, he'll hit him like a hurricane. He'll roll there to his inside and off of turn number 4. Kane Collins. I'm so sorry, guys. And turn number 1. Dylan Spear going to march to the beat of his own drum. He'll try the outside of the racetrack. Here comes Joel Cuvion now in 30. But right now, running away out front, if he had a rear view, the 90 of Davidson would love what he sees right now. Feeling pretty good about himself off of turn number 4, down the boulevard, into turn number 1, he heads in 90. Battle for second, heating back up. Dylan Spear may have thrown it away to get up there and challenge for the race win. As I think, as down the back straightaway, if he holds on, you never know what's going to happen. Not till the fat lady sings, they say. To the white flag comes Jody Davidson in 90. Final trip to turns 1 and 2 on the night number 2 of the 2019 season here at ShowTime Speedway. Under new promoter Jeremy Dillard. Into turns 3 and 4, the driver of the Curtis Allen built Western Flyer PTS power number 90. West Monroe Jody Davidson pilots at the victory lane tonight in 90 and leads every lap. The 22 Magnum of Dylan Spear from Marshall will come home in the Bryant Lanes honors the 30 of Joel Coon, now finishes 3rd. Followed by New Waverly, Texas racer Ryan Slott. Well, race fans, if you can hear you, give it up for Jody Davidson in car number 90. Jody, an outstanding run tonight, man. You led every single lap of this main event, but you really had to get up on the wheel. And I mean, DuPont, gave you some pressure as well as Dylan Spear. You never could feel too comfortable until the final checkered, obviously.
Yeah, man. I heard. I guess that was DuPont on top, and he was rolling me. I was like, oh my, I got to get up there. And then I get up there, and there's and Spears on the bottom, and those two guys are some of the toughest around here. And I'm just fortunate enough to get this thing back going right. We stripped her down, redid her, rebuilt her, all new car, brand new PTS racing engines, nothing but the best there. I'm happy. I'm excited.
You won the opening race at Boot Hill last year. How's it feel? I mean, to open up the year like this, I mean, try to carry some momentum down the stretch. You ended up with 4 wins last year at the Hill. I mean, it's got to be a good shot in the arm here.
Yeah, it's not bad. We put in a lot of work, a lot of money. Just we're gonna go, I guess, to Chatham tomorrow and take this in the factory stock, see what happens.
I'll give you an opportunity to thank the folks that help you out.
Mom, Dad, Tommy Trawick, John McLemore built a hell of a motor. Curtis Allen at Western Flyer. You know, it's one of his cars, but we cut this baby up and we rebuilt it from top to bottom. I got to thank Tommy Trawick for all that.
Congratulations to you, Jody. Outstanding run tonight.
All right, thank you, man.
Jody Davidson, your winner. So Trouble Sean Graham on the pole position here. Driving an 11-year-old son, racing Graham's Triple X car with Chase Hatton, the Mad Hatter, doing the outside. Lights are out. We're underway in your pro modeling event. Here comes the Roboline Rocket, Caleb Dillard. Dillard looks to live up to his moniker and rocket off the exit 2, and he will. Sit down, please take a seat, and bye-bye. The 97 roaring around the racetrack like his brother had in the 97 car for many years. Me and Caleb joked, but he says that he, for some reason, always has good luck when I announce his races, and made note of that earlier today. Nonetheless, the kid's always pretty outstanding behind the wheel of a dirt car. Tomorrow night, he'll head to Chatham Raceway in Tim Bates Southern Dirt Modified. But right now, sits third on the grid, stalking the tire track with Sean Graham in second, as the 87 of Chase Hatton has ran away from the field right now early on. And the sand of the hourglass continues to tick as Dillard now takes a peek down to the inside, going 3 wide through lap traffic. So the Mad Hatter is driving like a madman, Your Honor, a desperate fool in the endless pitiful ropes. And that number 87, a throwback scheme, looking like Papa Ray Ingles out here tonight. Of course, the father to the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer and grandfather to Mr. Doug Ingles and grandson Jason. The Ingles family gets it honest. Speaking of a family who, yes, they do put their fire suit on one leg at a time, but they seem to just have a little bit something. That old Mama Ingles, oh yeah, he's rolling like a big dog. There ain't no doubt about it. 87 is putting him up, putting him down. He said, it's showtime. Chris Stepman style, off the 4 down the front boulevard. 87, I mean, I don't know that anything's going to deter him from victory lane tonight, minusing a major mechanical setback or a catastrophe. Doug Ingles and I were talking last week heading down to South Texas Speedway down at Corpus, and we were talking about Chase Hatton and the quick turn that he's made in this sport. He's really picked up the slack and gotten better and better each and every week, but came a long way in a short period of time. But Doug said that particularly that if Chase would just kind of learn to not be so aggressive all the time, and he said he'd listen to old Doug every now and then. Oh, and there it went, a major catastrophe. The rear end brakes on the number 87 as Chase Hatton stick a fork in him. I'm not sure that the guy could have any more heartbreak in his racing career. Another many of laps led, dominant run going, and it ends up going up in smoke. Tough break for Chase Hatton. Now call him the Mad Hatter. That's equivalent to Les Miles losing to Vanderbilt. For what it's worth. Sean Graham trying to go to victory lane twice tonight. Factory stock main event up next. He's going to have to run 20 or 40 consecutive laps around this speed plant here in Manning, Louisiana tonight, if he wants to win 2 of them. But he'd love to just get this one to start with. They'll hustle him off into 1 with Dillard in tow, about 4 car lengths behind the exit turn number 2. A Pro Mod contingent all season here in 2019 as 1 comes around off the exit of 2, but we stay clean and green for the time being. And another one around at the top of turn number 1. The caution flag will have to come out on the racetrack here for the number C3 car for Shaw. Graham going to lead them to the point here in your Pro Mod main event with just a few left. And around goes the number 17 on the restart. Try to get it in 5. He's a hard rider. trying to steal it away here with just a few laps to go. Gets around Sean Graham, a mistake by Graham off before that time. Opens up the door for the Roboline Rocket to go by to the lead. 2 laps to go, shown from Flagman. Larry Horn this time by underneath the line. 97 trying to throw the keys on the counter, and Sean Graham is going to end up going to the pit area with a little bit of a frown on his face after a great performance tonight. But he'll come up limp there off the top of the exit of 2 and go down to the infield. White flag coming out this time by for the Rocket from Urbaline. Final time in the turns 3 and 4, the driver of the Napa Auto Parts, number 97. Back to Victor Lane to the home stretch. The Roboline Rocket, Caleb Dillard to Victor Lane. We'll give him a hand, race fans, when he climbs out.
He's scared him to death. Well, everybody broke, man.
Give him a hand, race fans, climbing out. The Roboline Rocket, Caleb Dillard, back in Victor Lane here at the home stretch. Some hometown cooking tonight for you, youngster. You know, you had to fight quite a few people pick you today to win, but you had to carve that one out and earn that win. Sean Graham led some laps. 87 car was really fast tonight in Chase Hatton, but man, consistency, plays a key here. You kept the car in one piece and brought it home to the checker flag.
Yeah, man, it's something about you coming down here to announce for me. But yeah, like I say, it was a lot of pressure. My home track, and I just feel like I need to run good for a lot of these folks, and I appreciate y'all coming out and my brother for getting this track back going. He's doing a heck of a job with what he's got to work with, and I want to thank my parents and Chet and my dad and Cade and Donnie, War by CDR, Razor Edge Graphics, Napa Auto Parts of Manny, CB Pressure Washing, Mr. Kevin Hightower. My motor's running better than ever, and like I say, Sean was really fast. He's probably the fastest car, but I made them little slips myself, and I knew I just had to keep it on the bottom. My brakes started fading, and I just knew I had to not hit those ruts in 1 and 2. But the car was decent. We're getting it better, but just gotta get even better though.
How much you enjoy just racing this racetrack? And maybe a silly question, but I know how much this track means to you, and the win here means a lot to you as well.
Yeah, man, it means the world to me. It means more to win here than anywhere, really. Just a hometown crowd. I wish I could get up there and talk to every one of my fans, but we've been so busy on it trying to get it better tonight. But I want to thank all y'all for coming out. The good Lord for keeping us safe, and like I say, my brother, he's putting on a good show here, and thank you for coming out, and hope y'all come back.
Glad to be here. You'll head to Chatham tomorrow on the Southern Dirt Modified, I do believe, for Tim Bates, correct?
Yeah, we'll be starting the year off there. Hopefully we can keep the streak up. We got 3 in a row in it, so hopefully I can keep it up.
Best of luck to you, man.
Thank you, Zach.
It's the Roboline Rocket, Caleb Dillard, your Pro Mod winner tonight here at ShowTime Speedway. It's Jake Gentry, the outside of the 55. That name will come to me in just a second. The Cody Myers is in the 55. The 535 is Luke Graves, and we're underway from ShowTime Speedway in your factory stock main event here at the smoothest place to race in the state of Louisiana, down here in Manny, Louisiana. Hustle them off into one. It's Bubba Jones around the hub of the racetrack, going to look to get the nose, but he pushes off of exit, allows the 27 to nose ahead by about a half a car length in turn 3 on the opening circuit. Caution flag comes out immediately, and we've got one taking a stroll and facing the wrong direction off the exit of corner number 2. So they'll lace up the boots one more time, and they'll get on the loud pedal off of 4. Joshua Greenwald, overdue for a victory. Can the young man capitalize from the front row and win his first ever main event tonight here at the ShowTime Speedway down here in Manny, Louisiana? They hustle him off into turns number 1 and 2. The 27 gets the whole shot. He has the race lead by about a car length and a half as they approach 3 and 4 for the first time. Hold on to your phones, goodness gracious. No, he's rolling. No, he just stopped. So a little bit of yellow fever here early, and making another, could be the young man now in his 3rd season behind the cockpit of that number 27 Laser race car. He'll get him back underway and fire up the throttle off of turn number 4. We're back underway here at ShowTime Speedway. back into turns number 1 and 2. The 27 of Josh Greenwald. Man, he has got really good speed on the starts. Oh, baby, they're 4 wide, nearly there. Mid-pack. Let's stay green. A little bit of PSG action. Please stay green. Off of turn number 4, down the boulevard, the 27 of Greenwald leads over the 21 of Bubba Jones. 88M of Joshua Martin up to 3rd, gets pressured by Fredo, who washes up the racetrack, and somehow Justin Whitehead is going to take a spot away. And I guarantee you, he can't steer that thing. Even the whole front end is just, the geometry of that thing is out of whack. If Whitehead pulls a rabbit out of the hat tonight, I would not know what to say at this point. He's left his feet several times, but I'm really not stretching it. That thing is all kind of out of cattywampus there. Nonetheless, nose to tail off before the 27 of Greenwald looking to get his first ever win here tonight. And he leads it by a comfortable margin at this juncture. And he washed up off the exit of turn number 2 there just a little bit. Opens up the door for Bubba Jones to pick up about a car length or 2 as they approach turn number 3. Greenwald trying to keep his number 27 car pinned, but it's good enough off of exit. Down the boulevard they come once again. One washing up the top side there off the exit of 4, and the caution flag will probably have to come out here. Hard to tell again from this vantage point. Look out. Gentry gonna pull it down to the infield. He'll keep us under the green. He knows what PSG means. Please stay green as the 27 of Greenwald leads them in the 27 car. And Bubba Jones, he ain't having it tonight. Bubba Jones making his return back behind the cockpit of that Shane Built Express Racing chassis number 21. The Provençal racer has won his share of main events here. Has finished runner-up to Brian Newman in the big factory stock 50, and right now Jones has the best hot rod of the bunch. I don't think there's much doubt about it. He is meticulously chipping away at the race lead right now on the 27 of Greenwald as they head off into turns 3 and 4. Greenwald has got to have it in the back of his mind. This young man has never won a race, but he's been so close, and it's about this juncture where he's led races before, where you know that just one day he's going to lead these final few. Will tonight be that night? Whitehead washed way up off the next at that time. So Greenwald still leads by about, as I look into turn number 1, about 2-3 car lengths, evaporating that lead ever so meticulously on the racetrack here down in Manny, Louisiana tonight in your factory stock main event presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Uh-oh, we got contact right here, 55 of Myers, and looks like top Fredo from here, and the caution flag will wave as we get some green flag laps logged into the history books here. Even right now, we're talking about how impressive he has been to win that many races. Like I said, other than IMCA racer Mike Nichols, no stock car driver in the United States of America has won more races than this guy in 36J, who starts inside of route number 2 on the restart. We're backing away. So we'll hit them off into 1. They're on the throttle again. Bubba Jones now getting pressure from Colfax, Louisiana's Joshua Martin. He'll roll to the outside and try to take the bridesmaids away. They're 3 wide back here at the tail. Who's going to run out of real estate? They won't. Oh, well. Spoke a little bit too soon. I'm not supposed to stick it off. Dylan Spear was in the house tonight. He's a driver who won his first ever race here in a factory stock in his 3rd season behind the cockpit. Now this driver in his 3rd season behind the cockpit. It's Greenwald from Greenwood, Louisiana. Regular at the Boot Hill Speedway. And Bubba Jones, though, right here in his backyard at his home track. He may just group this young man, tell him to get out of his house. Greenwald, though, as Whitehead slid way up top that time. Grandpa keeps a good bourbon. Whitehead has major front end problems now, and I think he may expire the 36J. Bye-bye, Whitehead to the pits. He's just limping at the top of turns 3 and 4, so his pretty solid run to this juncture of the race going to come up short for 36J. So into 3 and 4. As we tick-tock the race clock, the center of the hourglass is beginning to evaporate. On the speed plant here in Manny, Louisiana, is Josh Greenwald still with about 2.5 to 3 car lengths over your second place competitor. Bubba Jones, who rides in a 2nd spot comfortably over Colfax, Louisiana's Joshua Martin in 3rd. Todd Fredo from Manny sits 4th. In 5th, they're side-by-side for it. It's Richard Tubbs. Dwayne Raines. Bubba Jones is going to have to really get in the zone now if he wants to run down and dispose of the number 27. Greenwald doesn't appear that he's going to give this race up. He has hit his marks each and every circuit, and he is getting ready to have an earthquake here in Manny, Louisiana, and a big triumphant Victory Lane celebration as the laps continue to tick off here. The top three have separated themselves from fourth competitor of Top Fredo. Raines in fifth, Tubbs sixth, David Edwards into the mix in seventh, and Luke Graves in eighth as we look again at your leader off of four, this time down the front boulevard into one, Joshua Greenwald. What a fantastic race that this young man has driven here tonight. I know I've said it several times, but there's a reason. Well, I said last year he was the Arklatex Region's RaceOnTexas.com Most Improved Driver. Ricky Ingles, the breakout driver of the year. Despite having won a former Super Late Model Championship and all that Ingles has accomplished with his last name, he came out like gangbusters a season ago, won his first factory stock race June the 9th, and had won 6 at Boot Hill, and he's been in the factory stock class for 3 years. Anyway, that was then, this is now. And one more quarter-mile trip for this young man to win his first ever race. And this is what guys like me get fired up for, to watch this young man just continue to push the progression and just drive an absolute pure flawless race tonight. Who did he not beat? Whitehead was in this one. Jones was in this one. Martin third. Jones second. His first ever win tonight comes on RaceOnTexas.com. The 27 of Josh Greenwald going to celebrate in Victory Lane here at ShowTime Speedway. Got to get used to saying it. I'm going to go down for the interview. Again, guys, that winning 50-50 ticket number tonight. Yes. For those of you who can hear me, the winning 50-50 ticket number is 819060. 819060. If anyone. 819060. Yeah, can I hand you the money and this ticket? Okay. Yep. This young man's first ever win tonight. The first one only comes one time, and they don't get any sweeter than this. For those of you race fans still in the house, I'll do this young man a favor and give him a round of applause when he climbs out of the Matco Tools Performance Automotive Transmission Center Vines Construction number 27 Laser Race Car. RaceOnTexas.com Most Improved Driver in 2018. He shows up second race of the year, and Josh Greenwald going to celebrate in Victory Lane here tonight at ShowTime Speedway. Dude, that had to have worn you thin there. I mean, you know, you got Whitehead in that race, Bubba Jones. I mean, right here at his home racetrack, a few lengthy cautions there. What was going through your mind? Any nerves?
Oh, hell yeah. I thought Bubba Jones was all over me the whole time. I for sure thought I was going to get shoved in that corner over there. There's a bad rut, really bad over there, and I was trying my hardest to miss it. So,
obviously, I know this means a ton to you, man. I mean, to open up the year like this is, carry some momentum, propel you forward. You had a phenomenal year last year, but to open up the year this way has got to be a huge shot in the arm.
Oh yeah, this is unreal, man. I told you last year I wanted to feature. We got a couple top fives last year, but this is unreal, man.
A long way in a short period of time too, Josh. I mean, you just keep pushing the progression. Like I said, this is a tough field of cars here tonight. I mean, this is it might not even sink in all the way until probably you're riding home.
It hasn't yet. I was about to go to Tech. I haven't even thought about this yet. So I mean, this is crazy, dude. This is number one this year. So hope we can get more.
Bubba Vines isn't here tonight.
No, he's not here.
I'd be happy to hear about this one. Let's hear about all the other folks that help you out in this race car.
My dad, Fred at PATC, old lady, Haley. Thanks to my mom. The old man picked my number today, so he drew me a good number. Everybody that helps up at the shop. Jody Prince, J&J, he helps out a lot. Glenn, building a good car. So, I mean, it keeps going. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, so.
Sure, I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. You definitely earned this one tonight, and you've been pushing the progression, and you closed in on the deal tonight. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Josh Greenwald gets the big victory tonight here at ShowTime Speedway. A well overdue victory for the driver of the number 27 car out of Greenwood, Louisiana.
it is. I wanted to be sure if there was something you knew you were using that I could just get it later.